want to take a second to talk to you about underdogs. I know Lane and Chris just talked about this, but I don't think that it's been beat home enough. Howie Roseman, a few years ago, was relinquished of all control pretty much in this organization. He was put in the side, he was put in the side of the building where I didn't see him for over a year. 2 years ago, when they made a decision, he came out of there a different man. He came out of there with a purpose and a drive to make this possible. And I saw a different Howie Roseman.
I got to tell you, if the rumor is true, thank you, 100% Jason Kelsey. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday night, Jeff the Shark Marini, Jewel Tavy here with you 100% live. Jewel looks like she's a little confused.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Anyway, I wanted to share that. I wanted to thank Jason Kelsey. If the rumors are true that he's packing it in, we certainly, City of Philadelphia wants to give me a huge thanks. Thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday night, Jeff the Shark Perini here. This is the Yo Show. With me, as always, the co-hostess with the mostest, the sister from another mister, and the most beautiful and real face in podcast, webcast, broadcast, simulcast, the one and only Miss Jewel Tatey. Jewel, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I don't know what that metallic screech is. I don't know if you can hear that, but
I don't know. Like, the music cut off. This is why I'm confused. The music cut off, but then it was just silence.
Yes.
But then I heard the video, so I don't know. Maybe
the video did play there, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was the goal. So it was kind of like to play the music, go to silence, and my man Kelsey
catch me off guard.
Give the speech.
What a crap way to go, though. It's just.
Tell me about it. Bear reigns in the house. What is up, Bear? Steve Higgins, yo, indeed. The good old days, JD Wolf, you're not kidding, and welcome as well. Yo. Very tough. I even had a banner made. This is how sloppy I've gotten, Joe, and how much this has hurt me. I even, made this to go with the speech. Thank you, Jason Kelsey. But anyway, the Yo Show. Jeff and Jewel. Jewel, good evening. How we doing? Otherwise.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I'm thankful he stayed for another 2 years. There was just so many things with him personally, you know what I mean, with the past couple of games, and then it was just another stab that they got under the tush push, and they're like, usually Kelsey's on the bottom, and he couldn't get on bottom, and it's just like, it's so annoying.
Right.
You just realized I'm wearing red. I'm wearing the enemy colors.
That's okay. It's perfectly okay.
It's not for them. Okay, it's for me.
And to think his last tush push, possibly of his career, was unsuccessul. It breaks my heart. Well, she should write him a cool song, even though that's her brother.
They'll be fine. They have built their legacy. They got the podcast still, and
right, yeah,
they'll be fine. Okay,
he's going to be just fine, and he's always welcome to pop on the Yo Show, of course.
Oh yeah, come along.
We have a great night. Either way, in store. We'll talk about the Eagles a little bit later. But tonight, just an outstanding show. Jewel, we booked this. I was looking through my email. We booked this band back in September.
That's insane.
Right, and I've been excited for it ever since. They're a superstar band, awesome rock band out of the Midwest. They'll be with us around 8:30 this evening. We're going to play a couple songs and chat with them. A lot to chat about because they got a lot going on. Jewel, 8:30 tonight, Ignescent.
Woo! All right.
Yeah, Jennifer Benson and the band, Ignescent. Definitely am excited to speak with them. Not sure who we're getting. As always, when you get 5 people out there, you send out the link and say, or welcome. Not sure who we're getting, but we're excited for them either way. 8:30 tonight, Jewel. That should be awesome.
Just ask Hollywood Gods and Monsters how they fit 20 people and make it sound fantastic. I don't know how they do that.
Yo, from Florida, my wife, Cassie, got to tell you picked the premier time to get out of Dodge. Snow, ice, wind. It's cold as hell out there, Jewel. How did you survive? Did Joey have school? Because the kids here did not have school. What went down? Because it was ugly.
It's freezing. Yeah, and then we walked to the store today, and we were slipping all over the place. She didn't have school. I felt bad for my sister because she teaches in the city. They had school for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, she didn't have school, and then they have a 2-hour delay tomorrow because of the ice.
Wow, it is icy. I made my way out, got some rock salt, and pretty much did a whole lot of nothing else my last day off. And tomorrow I got to go in and open, which means they're before 7.
Joe, be careful because
It'd be nice and
it's not
oh,
supposed to be pretty tomorrow.
it certainly was not pretty. Should put a filter over the face of how ugly it is. Pretty it up a little bit.
It won't work. Yeah, but it always, my birthday's in January. It always storms in or around my birthday.
Truth, which is especially next week on the program, and man, we're getting nowhere fast with that.
It's just gonna be us.
And that's okay because I love
No
you.
new faces.
We're working on it. But yeah, so I brought out like all my Kelsey and my No One Likes Us, We Don't Care beer and my jersey. And the funny thing, real quick, before we go on to music and top 5 and all that kind of stuff, people are like, it's a center. It's not the big deal. It's not a flashy player. Why is it so sad that he leaves? You're a Philadelphia fan, you'll know. And even fans I saw today, Cowboys fans and Giants fans, not saying, hey, we didn't like the Eagles, but wow, losing Kelsey, it's going to be big.
He's like the heart of the team, so.
The heart of the team, and what Nick Foles brought, Kelsey kind of rolled with that of a new attitude. Like, you don't like us? We don't care. Give us a hard time, we're just going to pop you right in the face. Like, there was always, and of course, the weekend visit from Brandon Stevens, marry a white girlfriend. No idea what that means still after 4 weeks, but it keeps coming up. But good luck to
Maybe
you.
one day he will.
One day, maybe. Maybe we'll have the wedding right here on the show.
Yep.
But yeah, Kelsey kind of became a culture of what these new Eagles were about. Defensive line has been known as one of the better ones in the league. He became that. He kind of made us all embrace that. I got the man's jersey, for God's sakes. I never thought in all my years I would buy a jersey of an offensive lineman. But I did, Jewel.
I know. My sister has his jersey. My sister is such a huge fan of him. But it was just so fun watching the vets and how they just help the rookies. You know what I mean? Like him, Brandon Graham, Fletcher. Like, they were just the boys. And it's just so freaking sad to see it go down like that. Like, there was like a glimmer of hope. And then just got dashed. Just like
Went down. Went down hard, and I said we'll talk about it more later because I want to get into a lot of things about it, and a lot of thoughts I have about it. But we got just so much to get off our chest early in the show, and a massive thanks last week, of course, Jewel. The episode was doing amazing too. Last week's guest, Erin Coburn, what a doll. She was great, and she sent me the coolest audio file of her preparing, like backstage at the show, kind of laughing as we were talking and getting ready for it, and then her coming on and the interview. So that was really good. That's a first. Very cool how that played out.
That is really cool. We've never seen that. We've seen like people remix our stuff, like Mike Nappy or like Rachel Green will like show our promos sometimes, but it's cool to see their perspective because we're not on there. And it's just, we appreciate all the shares and everything. And yeah, her episode's doing amazing. She's insanely talented. Trying to get Duck to amp up her ukulele and do what she does because that was badass. Maybe a lunchbox.
What she does is, right, give me a lunchbox. She's sensational. So excited for that. And, of course, Ignescent tonight, another amazing band. We just keep killing it, Jewel. Great bands. We'll talk later about our local concert series coming up. Lots to talk about, so let's get with it. Top 5 list tonight, Jewel, and in honor of Mr. Jason Kelsey and Eagle Green, top 5 players who retire from Philadelphia sports. Now, when I say this, first I'm thinking guys that retire with Philadelphia, but there's so few.
It's hard. It's hard. You had to like, do your research. I'm like, did he? Because you think he did, and then he didn't.
But it doesn't have to be that. I kind of level it to top 5 guys who are just sad to see retire.
Okay.
But I call it retire from Phillies first because you guys are Philly legends. And number 5, Jewel, one of the biggest thrills when this guy came to town, and one of the biggest heartbreaks when he said goodbye, Eric Lindros. I loved Eric Lindros. I loved the way he played hockey. I loved his talent. I loved his skill. And the concussions, of course, caught up to him, retired, and sad we ever got rid of him. Eric Lindros, number 5. Number 4, it's hard to talk about Philadelphia Eagles and retirement without talking about Brian Dawkins. Again, sad that he didn't close out his career here. Spent a couple years in Denver. But a guy who's still tight to the team, tight to the hearts of the fans.
Again, I didn't know he didn't retire here. That's crazy.
I know, right? It's so hard to imagine. And because only two of my last three retired with the team. Because number 3 is Steve Carlton. And Carlton left here and his career became such a mess. God, he had like a 1-8 season. And then he went to like the Giants and the Twins. He went everywhere. But the guy will always be known as probably the greatest pitcher in Philadelphia Phillies history. 1980 World Series champion Steve Carlton, number 3. Number 2, God, they had a farewell tour for this guy all over the league. That's class. Julius Erving, Dr. J at number 2. Tough one because I kind of grew up with the doc. Sad to see. And number 1, we all remember the speech, the kid from Cleveland, Ohio with 2 bad knees and he's trying to play Major League Baseball. And he started crying. It was Mike Schmidt. Heartbreaking. Just he played one day. The next day he was at the podium calling it quits. His final season he was hitting .203. He just said his body doesn't have it anymore. He's breaking down. Gave this speech which he cried immensely. But possibly the greatest athlete in the history of Philadelphia sports, Mike Schmidt at number 1. Joel, I know sports a little bit of a different twist for you, but let's hear what you got. Top 5. Like I said, then they don't have to be retiring in town.
Act like I don't know my Philly teams though.
Oh, you do. Oh, you definitely do.
What do you think's better, going out on top? And see, it's hard to know when to quit though, because you're doing what you love. You play the game and you want to go until you can't anymore. But then that happens. Like you get hurt or you have a bad season or you don't get the tush push. So it's got to be the worst decision. And you see it if you ever watch the Kelsey documentary, like you see him being torn. He's like, I'm so hurt right now and I don't know what to do. Should I stay? Should I go? That's got to be tough.
And not to cut you off, but I didn't put Kelsey in there because it's not official yet. So he's not on my list for that reason.
He's not on my list either.
Right.
But he's obviously one of the best. Number 5. And yeah, I had to go back through my list because I'm like, did they? Didn't they? I guess I got to do research now. Number 5, though, is J-Rowe, Jimmy Rollins. I love him as a commentator now. I think he's so funny when he roots and gets emotional over Philly, but he was such a big part of the team, and I just miss seeing him there play. And yeah, I mean, it's fun to see him in any capacity, especially rooting for the home team. Number 4, I was going to do Westbrook, but I don't think he retired as an Eagle either.
That's not really criteria.
He was a great person. Like everyone who met him said what a great dude he is, and he was just always, a rock for our team, and will go down as a legend. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do. You did Lindros, so I'll do Shane Victorino, 3, Flying Hawaiian, and I love Shane so much because he was part of that 2018. But what I really love is when I worked down in the inner city. When I got out of college, you can see his impact on the community. They have the Shane Victorino Center for Boys and Girls Club. So it's just cool to see our Philly, who's not even from here. I mean, he's from Hawaii, to give him back to us Philly people who need it. Number 2, Ron Hextall. He was probably the first person I got into because 1, he had my number 27. It's my birthday. It's my sister's birthday. It's your birthday. But
right.
I used to hang out with his kids because my sister was such a fan. And we'd go to the Flyers carnivals and we would hang out with all the families and stuff. So he's definitely number 2. And my number 1, I will always say this. He did come back for one day to retire, but it's my man, Pat the Bat.
Pat Pearl.
I used to sit in left field and be like, hi, Pat. How you doing?
Wow. Part of the Bat Club, if you will. Pat's Bat.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, how about that?
Well, I had his jersey, everything.
Wow, that threw me for a loop. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah.
Let's rerun them again. Top 5 players retired from Philadelphia sports, not necessarily from Philadelphia at the time. Eric Lindros, number 5. Number 4, B-Dog, Brian Dawkins. Number 3, lefty, Steve Carlton. Number 2, the Doc, Julius Erving. And number 1, Michael Jack Schmidt, as Harry Cowles would say. Jewel came back with Jimmy Rollins at number 5. Brian Westbrook at number 4. The Flying Hawaiian, Shane Victorino at number 3. One dear to me, and he probably made it number 6 on my list, Ron Hextall. And number 1, Pat Burl, Ron Hextall, indeed. I got an autographed jersey here, but if I pull it down, it's going to knock down a million things. Trust me, it's autographed by Ron Hextall, who sat at my table at a card show.
That's awesome.
Schmidt, Schultz, Rick McLeese, and that's a gang right there. Ooh. Yeah, a little crush on Pat the Bat.
Yeah. Well, have you seen him?
Right? Pat Burl, Peter Zezel. It's like some of these Philly girls didn't go to the games for the game.
Oh, no. And Zach Ertz also, like, what's going on with him? Like, is he coming back to play?
Nah, I think it's over.
Yeah.
Kind of sad. Ooh, from the... So Pat Burrell is kind of like an Ignescent for Jewel. Kind of sparks the flame. Am I right? Nice little drop in. Speaking of which, Ignescent is the band tonight. He's got a brand new album out, Jewel, that we're going to talk about a little later. It's called The Fight in Me. So I figure let's start off with the title song from the album, Fight in Me, which, there it is. I was going to say, would I not post that song? There it is. Fight in Me. Ignescent is the band. This one does not have a video, but we have two more loaded up that do have videos because their videos are awesome. But we're going to load this one up now. Fight in Me. Tonight's guest, Ignescent, on the O Show. We'll be back in about 3 minutes and some change. Band will be here shortly. Yes, Barrel Range episode 275. We're almost there. Because it's the fighting us. Like Ignescent, right here on the O Show. Enjoy.
Where did my life go? Was it taken? 'Cause I'm spinning out of control. Is sinking fast, can't escape it. But I'm holding on. Sorrow takes a hold, leaves me cold and all alone.
Amen.
Then fire fills my soul. Now I'm ignited, stronger than the fight in me. Drowning in desperation, can't hold my breath any longer. Give me a sign, my life's worth living. I'm still holding on. Sorrow takes a hold, leaves me cold and all alone. Then fire fills my soul. Now I'm ignited, stronger than the fight in me. The fight in me. Then fire fills my soul. Now I'm ignited, stronger than the fight in me.
Holy smokes, the amazing voice of Jennifer Benson in Ignescent. Fire in me, rather, sorry. When I got that in the head.
You got a
But,
fire below or something, Jeff?
right?
Too much
Jesus,
Taco Bell?
blow a gasket. Awesome song, Joe. The album is out right now with that title song, Fight in Me. And I don't know where Fire Below, because he said Fire Below. I don't know. Don't mind me, I'm just that excited tonight.
I'm
My
so
wife's in
excited.
Florida. I'm stuck home with all this alcohol. By
That's why, because you've been eating Taco Bell and drinking junk food.
The scary thing is, I don't know how you knew that, because I actually had a burrito supreme.
Well, when Cassie's gone, Jeff eats like crap. That's not a secret.
Well, in the family defense, her sister did make tacos and offered me some, and I did not
Ooh.
eat any. I know, right? Because I already
Why
went to
didn't
Taco
you eat
Bell.
any? Oh,
'Cause I already went to Taco Bell to be a slob. No, boy, indeed. But speaking of snacks, Joe, I did have these as well. And a couple weeks ago, we had Traverse the Abyss on the show, and Eric Abyss, who's cool. He reminds me a lot of me. And, usually when a guest comes on, we follow them, we follow their social media, just keep up with what they're doing. And Eric had a post about these, and I got to tell you, Eric, these are the shot, my friend. You are dead on, Jewel. Frosted
No.
banana bread Pop-Tarts. And when I tell you,
ugh. They would kill me.
woo, they are so
me.
good.
I don't know how you, as a fully grown man, can eat Pop Tarts and be okay because I can't do it. Like, I love Pop Tarts so much, but if I eat one, I'm done. Like, my stomach will be in knots. Like, it's over. I don't know how you do it.
Really, I've been told for years, since I was like 5, because I've loved them for that long, to stop eating Pop-Tarts, and they're the worst thing you can put in your body.
So bad for you.
Here I sit here at now years old, and I am still.
I wish I could. Do you remember, like, the Pop Tart cereal?
Yeah, of course.
Now, they did come out with a healthy version. It was like a multigrain healthy Pop Tart, which was good, and then they took it away. But here,
Healthy
I think Target sells a brand now. It's like protein tarts, something or other.
So, well, I got a better idea. Instead of making that long name like Protein Tarts,
Protein tarts.
just go it. Because
Yeah, protein tarts.
Protein Tarts.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And then I was thinking, like, maybe I should, like,
I'm not sure who you are, but yes, life is too short for healthy. I thank you. might be Michael Jackson. Life's too short for that too. But go ahead with your.
I'm trying to, like,
multi-grain.
contain my mouth tonight because I'm trying to be it's so hard to do.
Sorry to hear that, fellas.
trying
Jules
not
trying to
to.
contain her mouth tonight.
Oh, maybe you can make them. Like, there's bakeries. Did you ever see the Reading Terminal Market where they make, like, the big... No, they look good. They look like donuts, and they're stuffed.
I like donuts.
Sprinkles.
Yeah,
but
you're
Pop
talking.
Tarts. They're fresh, hot Pop Tarts.
Ah, so it's like a triangle thing, like the tart,
No.
or is it like an actual
I'll
pop?
picture.
You're gonna bring it up. I'm so excited.
You know what's
Get
the
excited.
best? One of my ultimate... When you see, like, a mess of a person, I love the word slop tart. I'm like, look at that slop tart.
Slop tart. Wow, that is horribly
Never heard of
good. And you did a catchphrase tonight. And I was gonna say that these slap, but I'm like, not tonight.
that. No, we gotta,
They're
like...
fire. They
Oh,
slap.
here it is.
Oh, we got them.
Dude, it's homemade. Look at that.
Where? Oh my God! Look at that
I
thing.
know.
Is that like
Look.
chocolate? What is that
Oh
on
my
top?
God. No, it's like, the glaze, the icing.
Wow.
They look good. They look really good.
They
I
look
wanted it.
really. And this is from a guy who lives around the corner from Fritz's. So,
Oh, I love Fritz's.
oh, Fritz's. The cream cheese icing, they actually sell it in a tub. So you can actually get it and just
That's just dangerous.
right out.
Cinnamon buns.
Right out. The heart, my friend. I need 5 of those. Dear Lord, my heart is in a lot of pain. So let's settle my
Don't
heart.
do that.
Let's
Okay.
let's take away the pain in the heart and put some glory in the heart because our guest is backstage and she is incredible. A lot of people speaking about that voice, listening to the song Jewel Fight in Me. It's the name of the brand new album as well. Let's bring in our very special guest this evening from the band Ignescent, the one and only Miss Jennifer Benson. Jennifer, good evening. Can you hear us?
Maybe on mute. No.
Let me see. She's no longer on mute.
Maybe
I
it's
don't know if she
Jen.
hears us. She might have kind of froze.
One second.
Me.
We're trying to hear you.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, now
No,
we
she
can
says
hear
she
you.
can't hear anything. We can hear you, but you can't hear us. That's a problem.
Hello?
Yeah. Do you hear us? All right, we're getting there. We're a little technology blip. It's the thrill of going live. Just when you can hear us, just jump right in. We're here. Because we can hear you.
Or maybe pop out. Maybe send her a message like pop out and pop back in.
Oh, yeah. We'll try that real quick. The private
Always
chat
seems to
thing.
work for me.
I'll put it in the private chat, and then I'll put it in the banner, too. I'll kind of pop that up there.
Better.
Because, of course, we're having, with these windstorms and all. She is here, though. We did promise that. We'll put that as a banner. Try popping out. Oh, all right, you got that. It's going to pop out and try coming back in. A few minutes, Jennifer Benson
Seems
from
to
Ignescent. You know what it is? That, and you said it. The weather is so bad out here that we almost lost power 3 times in a row. And I'm like, not tonight. And we survived it. So hopefully it's not the weather interfering in anything here because windstorms, ice storms, the whole 9 yards. It's supposed to be bad out there. Hopefully it doesn't.
Everyone got it. Yeah, on my team there's like people from Mississippi and stuff, and they got snow, so it's all over
Jesus.
the place.
I'm going to look and kind of keep an eye on message boards, etc. Because she's here, which is great. And she looks great. And I even changed, if you notice, I changed the green banner to a purplish banner and it seemed to match her hair perfectly. Now I'm upset.
Oh, hopefully she pops back in.
Yeah, so if she's out there, you maybe tunes in, so of that nature. Yeah, try popping back in. Let's try it again. It does happen sometimes. Again, it is the magic of live, and people say, "Oh, go out and buy this and go out and buy that." Internet is internet. You know what I mean? There's no way of changing internet. I can have an $8 million computer. Internet is still internet. So if we lose connections or something, that's kind of things that can
She's
happen.
back.
Let's try it again. She has headphones on. Maybe this will make a difference. Thumbs up if you can hear us. Thumbs up. All right, let's do this. Despite the magic of internet and the bad weather, we're going to make this happen. Our guest, once again, is the incredible singer you heard just a few minutes ago from the band Ignescent. She is a super rock star. She's backstage again. Let's bring her out, Jewel, the amazing Miss Jennifer Benson. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
We're doing good. So your video's a little behind, but we can hear you and people can see you, so that's good. Let's work with that because I can imagine if it's bad here and you're like what, Midwest, I can only imagine how bad it is out there.
Yeah, it's super cold. It's like -10 today in Chicago area. So
Wow.
Oh man, we're getting below
that's
temps
great.
tonight, but that's like the first. You guys get it all the time. That's nuts. Oof.
Yeah, we're crying about like 20-some degrees and you have negative degrees. Oh my goodness.
We're sorry. We won't complain anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's
it's like summer there for you guys.
And my wife is in Florida. She left yesterday. I'm like, how did she know how to do that? Amazing.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
Me too. She is watching out, so hello to my wife and her family. But let's get right to it, Jen. Jennifer, we played "Fight in Me," the title song of the brand new album, "The Fight in Me," which is out now. Came out actually late 2023, and it's phenomenal. I've been playing it to death. Tell us about this song. Tell us about getting this album together because I absolutely love it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was just kind of amazing how it all happened. Like we didn't, when we had booked all the shows for the summer, we didn't know we were going to be signed to a label and have a a album due, and so it was just awesome to be able to work with Frontier Records. And so we were just like last summer, just like we were doing a bunch of shows, a bunch of festivals, and at the same time recording the album, trying to get everything done. But it was an amazing process, and we got to work with Jeremy Valentine and Brandon Wolf of the band New Year's Day. So we co-wrote some songs with them, and they produced some songs. And then Not Today was co-written and produced with Josiah Prince of the band Disciple, and so that was really fun, just to go out to Nashville and write the song with him and record there. And it was just an awesome thing. And Fight in Me, I mean, the whole thing behind the album is just a lot of the struggles that I've been through with anxiety, depression, betrayals from people. And just the last 3 years have been really, really crazy in my life. We even went to through a point that we, through some crazy things that kept happening, and through a series of events that were like homeless for a while. And not homeless like on the streets homeless, but homeless back with my parents because of some just weird things that happened. And that was while I was actually writing the album too. And so the Fight in Me, it just represents all the struggles I've been through. And no matter, like what, I go through, and then I want to encourage others, no matter what you're going through, just to not give up, just to keep fighting. There is hope, and, things will get better. And so that's kind of what that song and the whole album is about. And then like a lot of the themes are just through experiences that I've been through. Like Monster You Made is about just some betrayals and some relationships that I've been through that were really hard, and just talking about how those negative things that these people have done to me has created like a monster in me, and just this anger and bitterness. But then through that, I believe there is always hope, and so I still want to have that positive message throughout there. And so yeah, I mean, it was really cool as far as like the music video. We got to shoot with JT Ibanez. He's worked with Seven Dust and go out to St. Louis and do that. And then Billy Gray of Fozzy was able to be in the music video. So that was so cool too. And just the whole process was just an awesome experience.
That's great. And for Not Today, that's really like blowing up on Spotify and everything. How have you been dealing with the response, especially on Spotify, just a major of the success that's coming with these singles?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I didn't know how people would respond to the message of Not Today. I wasn't sure what they would think of it. And I mean, I love the whole message, and I'm all about it. And it was just awesome that like Kevin Young of Disciple was willing to be, in the video and all that. But I guess I didn't know what people were going to think of the song and of the lyrics and all that. But I'm really excited, and I'm happy. And I had some people tell me that it's encouraged them through what they're going through, and it's inspired them. And that was the whole point behind the song. So I'm excited that, it's helping people. I mean, that's what it's all about. To me, it's, I love music. I love creating music. But if it's not going to have some kind of impact or help people, then to me, it's just, in my personal life, it's just not worth it. And so for me, I just want to have, I want our music and my music just to people, encourage them and to give them hope. And so that's what it seems that it's been doing. So I'm just really, really excited. And we found out this week that it hit #1 on CMW Rock Billboard charts 2 weeks in a row. So yeah, thank you. And I'm just blown away. It's our first #1 song, and so I'm really thankful and excited.
It's awesome.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations,
Thanks.
Dean. And very well deserved because your band is very tight and I love the sound. Something I found cool because I'm like obsessed with this. I saw that your music is available on Touch Tunes, the jukebox.
Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with touch tunes. I go in the bar, I put like $40 on my phone, and I just keep popping tunes. How does that feel? That's gotta be cool to go into an establishment and say, okay, I can go to that jukebox and put on my song. What's that like?
Yeah, that is definitely an awesome feeling. Um, our bass player, he's like, "Oh, I saw her song. I saw her album on at the bar here." And then I went to a restaurant where my parents live, and I looked just because I was kind of curious, and it was on there. And so I'm like, "Wow!" It just feels really cool to have that on something like TouchTunes. It's been a dream of mine for it to be on there, and that it finally is. It's just a really cool feeling and awesome experience. And yeah, I'm excited.
That's so cool. Attention, local area Bucks County bars. If you see this face and there's a touch tunes machine, you will hear that music. I guarantee it.
Awesome.
So
That's
your
awesome.
music, and you said you're blowing up on the Christian charts. When did you decide to go that route? I know you're a fan of other amazing females. Evanescence and who's the other one? I forget her name. It'll come to me. But anyway, when did
Lacey
you?
Sturm?
What is her name? I always forget. Someone said
Oh, that's okay.
it'll come to me. I'm sorry, but when did you fall in love with Christian rock, and has that helped you just be like with your mindset and everything of getting through those tough times? And do you have any other favorite Christian rock bands?
Yeah, that's a great question. Um, Honestly, when I became a Christian at 15 is kind of when I started listening to that kind of music, and it always encouraged me and inspired me. And kind of right from the start is something, it's something that I've always wanted to pursue and to do that. But it's more in the last couple of years that that we started getting on Christian radio and kind of focusing on that more. But yeah, I mean, I love bands like Skillet. Like that's one of my favorite bands. Flyleaf and Lacey Sturm, I love them. They're awesome. And then Disciple too. I mean, they're just incredible in the message in their music. And so those are a lot of bands that I really look up to. And it was really cool this past summer. We got to open for Skillet and talk to John Cooper and do like a little video promo with him. So that was cool. And then a few years ago, we opened for his other band, Fight the Fury, at Rock House in West Dundee and at the Forge. And so we played a few shows in a row. And he is like the nicest guy in the world, the most down to earth guy. And so that's super encouraging just to see that. And he actually came up to me and in the band and like hugged us. And so he's such a nice guy. And that's like one of my favorite bands because they're so high energy on stage and such great performers, and the messages in their songs are awesome. So.
Didn't you work on a song with a member from Skillet?
Yeah, I did. I actually co-wrote a song called Calling Out to You. And it was the former lead guitarist of Skillet, Ben Cassica. So I went to Kenosha because they're from Wisconsin area. And I got to co-wrote a song with him. And then Travis Wyrick is a producer in Knoxville, so he produced the songs. But yeah, so that was a really cool experience. And then I also co-wrote a song called Fearless with Samir Bhattacharya from, I hope I'm saying that right, but of Flyleaf. And he played on our CD release, or no, not CD release, I'm sorry, EP release show for the Ascension EP last year. And he came out, he did a few shows with us. And then we had a interview on Will Rock on the radio station. And so he came to the interview, and played guitar with us. So that was so cool to be able to, have him on stage with us with Ignescent when I'm such a huge fan of his. And so that was just like a dream come true.
Sometimes it's great when you meet your heroes. Other times not.
Yeah.
Oh, Ginger was the one I was thinking of. I couldn't.
Ah,
I can't
Ginger.
remember.
Oh,
I knew it would come
yeah.
sometime. Anyway, sorry, Jeff.
No, that's okay. I love Ginger too. I love that band. So that's a great call.
Yeah, Ginger's awesome. Yeah, she's awesome.
So, you talk about shows and people you play with. You also done some big festivals. I'm looking at the names of bands that are on these festivals: Korn, Rob Zombie, Avenged Sevenfold, and there's just a ton of others. Sharing the stage with bands like that, and maybe passing them or getting a shout out or a word with them. How awesome does it feel to think, hey, I'm making it here? These big bands are sharing the stage with me. We're getting somewhere. Does it give you extra juice to run out on that stage, or does it give you a little nerve of like, hope I can keep up with the big boys?
Right. Yeah, it feels awesome, honestly. And I always get a little bit nervous before a show, but I think it helps me give me energy, during the set. And but I just love to perform, so it doesn't. I don't know what the word is. It doesn't intimidate me, but yeah, I mean, it's a little nerve wracking. To be able to open and share stages with those kind of bands that are so big, but it's also something, it's a big honor and I'm really thankful for it. And it's just, something I've been dreaming of since I was a little girl. So it's really cool because not everyone gets to do something like this and, gets to pursue their dreams. And so it's really exciting. And yeah, I love it.
That's awesome. And I kind of get that feeling here. And, again, social media throws out these bands, they'll throw up like an Ignescent video and they'll say, check out this band, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I see what it's all about. And I get so blown away by it, and I rush to the email to try to get you on the show. And to me, this is huge. I've been nervous thinking about it all day. I mean, it's been months since you've agreed to do it. So I get that feel like, here are some people that we're big fans of. They get to just sit here and chat with us about their art, and it's amazing. So I totally get the feeling.
Awesome.
For your first, I was watching another interview, and you were talking about like the beginning of 2020, and you're about to have your like first arena tour, and then pretty much had your year planned, and then obviously everything came to a standstill. How did you just stay strong through that time, and then come out on top, with other tours and everything, because that. This little roadblock, very big roadblock, but going from like an arena tour mindset to, all right, we have to pick up and start over again.
Yeah. That was a little bit crushing. I mean, for everyone, and it was hard. It was really hard. Thankfully we all were stayed healthy and were okay during that time, but it was definitely hard on all the bands, and I know a lot of bands just quit and it fell apart. And but for me, it was just a time that I decided to take to write songs, and that's when I wrote the song Remnant. And it's just a song to say we're not going to back down, we're the remnant, we're not going to quit. And it was a song just to hopefully and try to give hope to people. And so yeah, we did that. I mean, we wrote songs. We also did a music video. We went to the Joliet prison. They let us use that and shot a music video for the song Exodus, and just try to stay busy that way until things opened back up. But yeah, we did have some big things planned, like everyone else, and it was tough, but thankfully things are going much better now, and we have a lot of things coming up for the summer, and so I'm excited. Like we're going to be playing in Germany at a festival, and we just signed with a European agent, so we're going to be doing a European tour. And it's our first time that we're playing on the main stage at Life Fest in Oshkosh. And so there's a lot of different things like that that are happening. So I'm really happy and thankful. But yeah, that time was super hard.
At least you stayed writing. A lot of people lost their productivity during that time, so even that was an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
staying.
That was,
Yeah,
that was tough. Like we never thought, no one thought anything like that would happen. It's just crazy. But
wow, once in a lifetime. Hopefully, never again, because we love how everybody's making a
yes.
comeback. Let's talk about because I love outfits. I love band wear, and your style and your band style is super cool. You know, we got the picture we have here. I mean, it's just that's a cool looking band. Who
Thank you.
does the sure? I mean, in that hat, and like you got it going on. Who
Debbie
does
Harry
the,
there. I love
I
it.
know, right? Little Debbie Harry. Who does the fashion? Who you guys just kind of pick up and say, "I'm going to wear this. I love this," or does somebody help you coordinate, or where does the fashion come from? Because it's a little bit of throwback with a little bit of modern. I think it's a perfect mix.
Thanks. Thank you. It just comes naturally. No, no, I'm just kidding. We actually have, we have someone, I hate to admit, but we do have someone that helps us in Chicago. Her name is Jennifer Gerstner, and she is awesome in styling us. And I love to go shopping with her. She's just incredible. The hat I actually had myself, and I brought it to her, and and then she picked out some clothes for me, and she's like, yeah, this could really like go together with this outfit, and give that kind of throwback but still modern look. And so yeah, we always go to the city and go shopping with her, or sometimes she'll just like see some things online and pick it out, or she'll send me a message. She's like, oh, I love this. I think this would look so cool on you. And so thankfully we do have some help. And then, I pick out some things too. And sometimes I'll be like, I'm not sure. I think I like this. I'm not sure if this is going to work. And so I'll just like message her and be like, do you think this is going to look good? So it's nice to have someone like that to bounce ideas off of and to help us. So
Definitely. And so the question I have to ask, because a lot of bands say this, bands have been around forever, newer bands, thrift shops, secondhand stores is where they find a lot of their great concert wear.
Yeah. But now it's becoming more expensive because people are like, oh, people are trying to find these vintage pieces, so let's jack up the
Exactly.
prices.
And they're like, yeah,
Yeah.
so, I mean, because I know budget-wise, your outfit's got to be tough.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm always
Yeah.
curious.
I wish I could.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, just saying like everyday streetwear. I find like if I'm digging a celebrity style, always like to know what they wear on a day-to-day basis. Are you like comfort usually and then glam it up for the stage, or are you rocking the heels, and what are you doing on a daily basis?
On a daily basis? Yeah. Definitely not what I wear on stage. I'm like super comfortable, especially like in the cold, how it is now. I don't know. It's just not very motivating. So I'll put my hair like in a ponytail. I'll flip it up. I'll just wear some jeans, maybe some sweats, and just go casual. But when yeah, especially in the winter on the day-to-day basis. But if it's, spring and warm outside and sunny and all that, then sometimes, I do like to, on the weekends, dress up and wear some heels and ripped jeans or just something a little stylish. But I hate to say on this cold weather, it's just not too motivating for me.
Yeah, I feel you.
I want to wear like
Yeah.
10 layers.
Right? Shocked I even get
And
out of the house
layers,
today.
yeah.
Layers. Got all kind of
Yeah.
thermal. So, we use this phrase from time to time. Not that we believe in the phrase, we're very anti the phrase, but people have made a genre into the term female-fronted rock band, female-fronted metal band, blah, blah, blah. We have a lot of awesome female singers on the show. Love them to death. Do you think it's a genre? You think that's like overblown? Do you think like women are now just like kind of dominating the rock scene?
Can you say that again? Sorry, you cut out.
So, I mean, to me, I feel the females are starting to dominate the rock scene. A lot of people use it as a genre, female fronted. Like,
Yeah.
What is your opinion? Like, how great are women, modern day rockers now? Because I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's encouraging to see so many. And I think, like you said, there's so many more now, like Stitched Apart. Like I love her. She's awesome. Like I love her style. I love her, um, the music and the way she performs, the way they all perform. So, Butcher Babies, obviously Evanescence and those kind of bands. But yeah, it's really cool to see a lot of women in the rock scene now. Even maybe 5 years back or so. I mean, when we were performing, a lot of times, honestly, I was the only one. There was all guys, and I was the only female at the shows. It was kind of, yeah, it was a little bit, it was kind of crazy. I mean, not even that long ago. And it was cool. Like, I'm the only woman. It's, amongst all these guys we had like 4 or 5 bands and, maybe at a show. And so it was kind of cool, but, it's nice to see a lot more females, stepping up and Ginger and, yeah, I love it. I love it. It's really cool. And it inspires me even like, the screaming, like the screamo that they do. It's really cool. I just do a little bit of that, more like Lacey. I don't, I'm not like Ginger where it's like all the time.
Yeah,
But that is really cool to me to see like some of those bands or Spirit Box. She amazes me. The vocals and what she does with her screams is so cool.
we've had a.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say we've had a lot on the show as well. We really enjoyed that. Go ahead, Jewel. Get in there.
No, I'm amazed, and a lot of times I'll ask like, how do you take care of your voice? Is there anything special you do to keep everything running smoothly?
Yeah, yeah. I use throat coat every day, the tea, and then right before I sing, I'll drink throat coat as well. And then I use a spray during the set called Entertainer's Secret, and it has aloe vera in it, and it really helps me just through the whole set and just keep my voice more moist and everything while I'm singing. So I definitely highly recommend that. But that helps a lot, and of course water too. But throat coat is like an Entertainment Secret are the best. I love both of those products. So
Wow. See,
Sounds
this
like a big
is.
secret. I've never heard of
I
that.
know, right? This is why you watch the Yo Show. Not only do we have amazing talent on, but we also give you the inside secrets. Beautiful.
that's right. That's right.
You were getting voice lessons the other week with Traverse.
Yeah, I was getting. It
That's
didn't
pretty
work
cool.
out well. I'm not.
We're like
much
doing breathing exercises and everything. We're like,
Oh yeah, he was teaching us breathing
Yeah.
exercises. Do you have any other obviously you have the treatments for your throat, but do you have any pregame rituals? Anything you'd like to do beforehand? Only brown M&Ms? Like, is there any weird thing you need before the
Correct.
show?
yeah, what's on that?
Polka dot M&Ms. uh, what do I do? I always, well, every day, or maybe not every day, 5 days a week, I always do like vocal exercises. So that helps. And then right before a show, I definitely do vocal exercises to warm up, like maybe 15 minutes to 20 minutes before a show. I'll just, go by myself to try to really focus and just take that time just to kind of, sing through some of the songs, quiet my mind. And warm up my voice and just kind of get hyped up for the show. So yeah, right before I definitely do that, and then we'll meet maybe a few minutes, 5 minutes, right at the stage as a band, and just kind of hype each other up, and then head to stage. And so that's kind of our routine and what we do.
I love it.
Your songs are so personal. I feel like just listening to them, you get a sense of like who you are, where you've been, what you went through. Do you ever get emotional performing? And during those like really hard times, how do you keep the faith? And what keeps you going? Do you like, I think about this all the time because sometimes you get down, like, do you look for signs? Is there some quote you say to yourself? But I guess a compound question, do you get emotional? And then how do you keep it all together?
Yeah. Well, I have a great support system. Tim is really a support system to me. I could not do all this without him. Like he's at every show. He helps with merch and really supports me. So that's huge to have a person like that in your life. That definitely helps. I also spend time with God every day, reading the Bible, and so that is something that I need in my life to keep me sane. Like, without that, I just, I yeah, I don't think I don't know. I couldn't get I couldn't get through. It's just something about reading scripture, and it's always something that I need to hear. Something pops out at me, and it gives me a lot of peace. And then I pray every day. I ask people for prayer when I need it. It's just that support system because I mean, doing music is so much fun, but it can also be crazy. There's a lot of pressure in it, and just trying to do everything and balance everything, and the pressure of performing and get everything done and writing the songs in time. There's a lot to it that maybe people don't realize if you're not in a band, but it's awesome and it's fun too. I love it, but yeah, I need God in my life. I need people around me that encourage me and support me. And without that, I don't, I couldn't do it, honestly. I couldn't do it alone. It would be impossible. So I'm thankful for those people in my life. And to answer your other question, yeah, sometimes, like the other night, we were rehearsing the song Carries Me off the new album. And I'm going through a lot of emotional things right now. Some some crazy things that are causing a lot of stress, anxiety, depression right now. And I started like tearing up. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, no one notices this. I'm like, I don't want to distract from practice, but yeah, I started tearing up and just thinking about the song because the lyric says, "Your love carries me even in the darkest nights when there is no hope in sight. Even when I lost my way, your love carries me." And that song is just my heart. In my thankfulness, talking to God, and no matter who betrays me, because it seems like a lot of people keep just I don't know. I just have a lot of things going on. A lot of people that keep betraying me. And a lot of hurt through things that people are doing to me. And so, just singing that song is really emotional because I know that no matter what I'm going through, even if people are not there for me and they're not faithful to me, that God is. And so it overwhelms me in a good way, though, that He's always there for me. So, and even if sometimes I do tear up during a performance, but I think that's okay. I think it's okay to share my heart and let people see my heart in the way I truly feel. So I try not to like totally lose it, but
Those are like some of
but
the best performances of people, just because you know that it's real and it's coming from a real place. So yeah, no shame. I just you're a lot. So many of your messages are so deep and powerful. So I was just wondering if I don't think I could get through this. Getting choked up. You're giving me chills right now.
yeah.
But we do like there is definitely a beauty in anything that gets you through, whatever you believe in, and the things that you dig down deep for that help carry you. We're all about that. We love that kind of stuff here. We love hearing stories of success. And like you said, if sometimes you feel like no one's around. We're always around. You're always welcome here on the program. Once you come on the program, your
Oh,
family, and we love it. And I couldn't thank you enough for coming on. I want to tell everybody where to find Ignescent. On Facebook, of course, the page is Ignescent. Instagram at Ignescent Music. The website is www.ignescentmusic.com. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. You know where to find it. The brand new album, Fighting Me, is out right now, and it is sensational. And your voice is magical. Your style is cool. Your message is great. I had a blast, Jennifer Benson. This half hour flew by. Actually, it was about 35 minutes. Just to show you when you're having fun how it flies by. But I thank you, despite the weather and the technical difficulties. We worked it out. Thank you so much. This was an absolute pleasure. We'd love to have you back sometime. And good luck with the band. And get the band out to the East Coast, man. Philly and Jersey. And let's go.
yes,
We'll come to you.
I hope to. We would love to. We would love to. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was an honor. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, thank you. Have a great night and stay safe out there.
Yeah, stay warm.
Thanks. You
Thank
too.
you so much.
Bye.
The amazing Jennifer Benson of the band Ignescent, everybody. And I got to tell you, Jewel, I feel awesome after that because, as always, like you get these, you find these bands, you start to follow them, you start to follow the music, and then next thing you know, you're like, yeah, let's see what they're all about, and you're just blown away by it. And I just got a message from John Simons, of course, in the Key Concert Series, and asked if they'll be a part of that. I'm going to reach out to them and ask because we got a good email connection, and definitely would like to see maybe if she can come join us on the East Coast when we do our concerts here. We got a home for you in Philly. I want to hear bands like, yeah, we can't get out there. We got a spot for you.
Oh my goodness. Like, yeah, please. We would love to come out and see shows. And this is the year for it, man. This is just everything's falling into place. Yeah, so with her tour and being signed to a new label, hopefully get to the East Coast. I knew she was going to remind me of like Amisha. I said that to you earlier, like Amisha Johnson, who's so positive and just, they go through so much, but they're just positive, like self-aware and want to spread the positivity to other people. And I love that so much. And she's just so sweet.
I agree. She really was. And even, a little bit of technical difficulty does happen when you finally decide to go live. And I love the fact that she picked out Stitched Up Heart because, of course, Mixie Demner was on our program, and I adore Mixie Demner. So it's just great. Those kind of names again: Margarita Monet, Mixie Demner, Francesca Destruct,
Lena Scissorhands,
Molly Rennick, Lena Scissorhands. Even
JD, I thought you said you were coming Sunday. I'm like, what now?
I know. I thought that too, right?
Are you coming to a?
She'll love going to Warminster Better in Germany, of course. The Key Concert Series, and
oh yeah,
why not, man? Why not?
My brain, I'm having like such brain farts. I was thinking like Warminster, like England or something. I can't think tonight. I'm sorry.
No, that is Warminster, Pennsylvania, and of course, a great time to drop it in the Key Concert Series. Brought to you by the O Show and a great team at SRR Promotions. We're kicking this baby off. It's going to be at the Fuge in Warminster, Pennsylvania. Jewel, I was just there.
Warminster, England.
Right, Warminster. I was just there this past Saturday for Tranquility Brewing and the kickoff of their new brunch, which is fantastic. But this is where we're going to have. The Fuse is going to host the concert. Tickets are on sale right now by going to keyconcertseries.ticketleap.com. 4 bands. One low price, some local awesomes like Brynathan, the Grimjacks, Twisted, and the headliner of New York, PA, Cole. So a great headlining act. Sure, you go there, and this is dedicated to music. This is something we've talked about our whole lives. Original music, local artists, and now a terrific venue to host it. Thank you to the Fuse and, of course, the team at Tranquility Brewing. We'll have DJ Tim Ewing, who'll be mixing during sets because bands will go off stage. He'll play some music, free to dance and roam around. We're going to try and have some of the band merchandise. And, Jewel, what a great lineup because some of our favorites, the Grimjacks, of course, John Simons and the dudes are awesome. They'll be on the show in a few weeks. Bryn Athen is a local band I started really enjoying lately. Great rock sound. Twisted, we adore that band. They're just great kids and great family and just great musicians. And then Cole, man, I've been blowing up Cole on my music. And my wife's playing it the other day. Like, there's a few people, I got a band for you. Cole, it's the headliner. So everybody's really getting into it, and I'm so excited.
It's gonna be such a great show. I'm so excited. Get your tickets early. Get them online so you
Yeah.
don't have to wait at the door because I'm sure there'll be a line. So, whew, it's counting down the date. How many days we have? Not many.
I did count. I forgot the actual count, but it's about a month away. It's
Yeah, a
next
month
month.
away.
It's February 17th. And like I said, Tranquility Brewing is fantastic. If you get a chance on the weekend, Jewel, get out there, or anybody out there who's in the area, get out there for a great brunch. My wife and I went up there. They had breakfast egg roll. Jewel was like scrambled egg, and it was delicious. And a big
Now
egg
you're
roll.
talking.
Bloody Mary flights. They had 4 different flavor Bloody Marys. They serve in the flight. Oh, they were terrific. Bourbon coffee. I mean, oh my god! And of course, we had a beer or two, and just an awesome time.
What would be a flavor of Bloody Mary? Just like different stuff in it?
Right. So different like spices. One was like grapefruit infused. I'm like, oh, I don't even like grapefruit. And then I took a sip, and it was phenomenal. It was like
Oh.
one of the best things I ever drank. Take off that damn Eagles jersey. Guys packed it in and are all
It's for
flying.
Kelsey. Leave him
It's for
alone.
Kelsey. Right. Other than that, it's for Kelsey. It hurts, trust me. Nothing like brunch before. I agree. Brunch before music. 'Cause
That's
the
all I
show's
want
gonna
for
be
my
on
birthday. I want like a nice brunch with like mimosas. You know who's playing on my birthday in Delco? The
Who?
newspaper taxis.
Who?
I love them.
Let's
They're so
do
good.
it.
They are like the Beatles experience. If you're a Beatles fan, Jeff is not. But oh man, they put on such a great show and they're having like a happy hour at the Fan and Goat. I would love to make that, but I'll probably be tuned up from brunch.
Yeah,
So we'll see.
we want
You
to get
guys
you
gotta
tuned
come
up.
out if you guys can make it
Yeah, we got to
this
do
weekend or
something.
next weekend.
We got to do something for our birthdays. Oh, actually, Jewel, there's a rumor going around. I'm not supposed to announce it yet, but there's a rumor going around that my birthday might be one of these amazing live concert birthday events.
We
Stay
don't have to
tuned.
make it all about you, Jeff. Gosh.
Not all about-
Just kidding.
not all about me. Trust me. It'll be about the concert.
You did that
but
on purpose, man.
It just so happens it'll be my birthday.
No, I
Not
wish
even
this was
Kelsey,
my birthday. That would be, if I could just sit on my birthday, watch music all day long, I'd be a
right?
happy girl.
Pretty excited. Movies. What's your favorite movie to watch?
Wow. You don't want to know about mine? Fine.
Well, he called you Joe earlier. He said, "Good evening, Joe and Jeff."
Joe is my mini me.
That's right. Joe is your mini me. Where's mini me at tonight?
She's coming. She tried to come in during the interview. She'll pop in for sure.
It's not quite the same without. This was according to my wife. I am the godfather of local music. So Jewel, we went to another great Atlanta Brocas show this past Sunday in a new place up in Mount Holly, New Jersey, over at the Firehouse, and the venue was beautiful for like a firehouse rec hall, like kind of thing. It was beautiful inside. Sat plenty of people, great lineup. So we walk in and Placid was there. Of course, we're like, hey, Jeff, hey, what's up, Jeff? And Strange Velvet was there. So, yeah, come over, hey, Jeff, how we doing? A little handshaking. And then the family scene, you're hugging it out and shaking hands and talking to the bands and catching up on what's new. Then you watch them play and they come off stage. And then they're sitting with you watching other bands. And on the ride home, my wife's like, you're like the Don in there. You're like the Godfather. Like you walk in and everybody has to say hi to Jeff. And everybody's got to acknowledge Jeff. And everybody's shouting out your name. And it's one of the greatest feelings, Jewel, on earth. I love it.
I know. Don't you know I know?
It's killing you.
Life happens.
And the beauty of it is, and again, it's not a stab, but Jewel can't always make them because other obligations, and Joey does other activities. So you're being a great mom. But when Jewel shows up and people are like, "Oh, this is Jewel too," like, "Oh my God," it's almost like a bit of a royalty thing for the local music scene, and we're not about us. We're doing it for everybody out there. We love everybody out there, but to see that we're making a difference, that people remember us and know who we are and what we're doing means everything. It gets me emotional sometimes when somebody else notices it, like my wife. And on the ride home, I'm like, whew, because it means that much.
Yeah, and we just set out to be a part of this community and make these connections happen. And we've made certain connections, and it's just we just want to be a part of it to help in any way we can. So it's just amazing to see when stuff really comes together, when these bands get the stages they deserve and just get to play. I mean, we're talking about like 2020 and stuff. Like, we go from not playing at all to having these stages and selling tickets and being a part of it and being on the flyer. Like, it's what we set out to do many moons ago. So
Yeah.
it's just cool to see. And yeah, when people recognize us, like, we just hope we can help in any small way, and just being on here and playing music that deserves to be on the radio, and great acts that we found and love. And that's just what it's all about.
I agree. It's just sensational. Like, blows me away. And then to get to enjoy that and hear them just clobbered on stage, just doing an amazing job. These are youngsters, and they're clobbering it like perfect. And like Strange Velvet, Cassie said, "Man, that kid should do Elvis songs because he sings like Elvis." And he's got this, he's got the stage presence, and they're great. And Placid, you watch him grow up. It's only been a year or maybe two, but Placid seems so grown up now, and the way they bring their music is just so tight. And they're playing classic songs like Tom Petty and stuff like that, and then modern stuff and originals, and it's awesome. It really is. And if you're out there watching live, or if you're out there watching later on recording, and you're in the area at all, I'm telling you, look us up. Start finding some of this music. There's so much around, and it's just getting better and better.
Yeah, and we love playing it and just being another platform. I was wondering earlier, I'm like, can we play her music now that she's signed? I think we can, right?
Well, here's kind of how that works. If you play it on Facebook, they're going to give you a warning, and they're going to probably mute the piece. If you play it on YouTube, YouTube actually has a thing under it that says this video was taken from YouTube. It is approved for YouTube play. Twitch is just a free for all. Whatever happens,
anything flies on Twitch.
Seemingly, I see several of adult-themed Twitch stuff. So yeah, support local music. Yeah, well, that's
really.
Twitch for you.
I don't watch YouTube anymore. I was watching someone walk in her room earlier, and it's a snow day, and she's watching she likes watching Dance Moms just to laugh at the moms. What I mean? They're so ridiculous, and Abby or whatever. Then you feel awful for these little girls, like they're just put through this. And someone's playing WAP behind. I guess the moms did a dance on stage together, like Let's Get Him. And someone's playing WAP. I'm like, ew. So gross. Awful.
Ouch.
I'm like, what are you watching? It's like, it's Dance Moms. I'm like, no, it's not. YouTube.
Painful. God bless the magic of YouTube. Let's get on to a good song. How about that?
Okay, yeah.
She had mentioned Monsters You Made in the awesome video, so why not? How about that, Jewel?
Yes.
A little more Ignescent, one of the
video.
JT Ibanez. New video. JT Ibanez, as she gave a shout out to. We're going to play it here. Monster You Made by tonight's guest, Ignescent. We'll be back in about 3.5 minutes here on the Yo Show, live and awesome Tuesday night. Enjoy. We'll be back shortly.
You only see what you wanna see, so you make me the enemy. Talk is cheap, you'll believe what you wanna believe. Got nothing to lose, got nothing to inside of my heart. Can you feel my shadow possess you? You unlock the pain I tried to hide. Got nothing to lose, got nothing to prove, so take your best shot. You shut the door and lock me out when I become your nightmare. If you want a villain, then I can be. I'll become the monster you made me. I'll become the monster you made me. I'll become the monster you made me. I am what you made me. You created the monster. You shut the door and lock me out when I become your nightmare. If you want a villain, then I can be. I'll become the monster you made me. I'll become the monster you made me. I'll become the monster you made me. I'll become the monster you made me.
Sensational. Woo! Red hot. Monster You Made Me. Tonight's guest, Ignescent, led by the amazing Miss Jennifer Benson. She was terrific. Jewel. Yeah.
God, they're amazing. The music video is so cool. See the comment section blowing up. It's just what a great band.
I agree. Yeah, the visuals indeed, and she's also it's also like a beautiful woman. Her stage presence is real strong. She looks so cool, looks the part, and that's awesome. We love stuff like that. And again, a positive feed, a positive message, and all over the board. Yeah, there's the Christian side of the Christian rock and the things that motivated her there. There's the fight in the spirit of wanting to get ahead and not get knocked down. There's that fire there, and the creativity is great. And it's just another awesome week. As JD Wolf said a few minutes ago, Jewel, as we are at episode 275, we remain undefeated, 275-0 with amazing guests.
I know, man. I mean, we can't miss. I wanted to get into like conversation just didn't go there, but sometimes, a positive message just goes so much further than a negative one,
True.
And
Sure.
even artists who are all about it and want to get ahead using bad things and just how they come off. Like, and first of all, it's not lasting. So you can't just always play that part. You know what I mean? Even I don't know. Didn't Kiss start off like that too? But like after a while, it's just like,
Well, the makeup and all, and then the makeup was like a different twist, and everybody thought
you're stuck with
eventually.
that tongue for like.
And people think like eventually makeup's got to come off, and in the early age, they're like, "That's never coming off. This is us forever." And I'm thinking, there's no way that they're going to last 15, 20, 30, 40 years always in
I
makeup.
guess Kiss was a bad example. You know what I'm saying, though. I mean, like more so today's music, like people with their gimmicks.
Oh yeah, and the fake stuff and artificial stuff and filters and just like it's pretty easy. I don't want to say pretty easy. It's fairly easy if you put your mind to it to be authentic and genuine and original.
No, that's the tough part.
I was being
Because people
sarcastic.
just always want to like emulate other people.
Right. I was being sarcastic because, like, it's not easy to be original, but you got to put your mind to it. And the cool thing is, somebody reached out to me the other day. Somebody who did. I don't want to give out her name because she's going to slowly advertise her own new thing. I'm excited for it. But she did a guest co-host spot on Wednesday,
Cool.
and she was great. I don't want to give it away, but she did the Ask Me Anything segment,
Mm-hmm.
which was freaking hilarious.
Oh yeah. Go
Yeah.
off.
So yeah, so it's
I love her. I
Samantha.
started following her.
It's with Samantha, and then she talked about she wants to do her own thing. She got a great name for it. It's funny, and it's real life. It's like me and my cousin, we always do this. I'm like,
Oh, don't
man,
say it. Someone will definitely steal it.
right. I'm like, oh, go get it. Go get it. Send any advice, and I started saying all these things that's advice I'm reading. I'm like, making no sense. Because really, just get out there and be genuine is kind of the niche, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. No one is like you. So just be yourself. Be yourself. Remember Just Friends? It's my favorite movie. But yeah, it is tough. And then when we started this, I'm like, I knew what I was trying to say, but I didn't know how I would come off. You know, we have really thick Philly accents. I didn't know how people were going to take us, especially when we started getting a following. And I'm like, I'm not ready to put my face out there. I don't want to be criticized. You know, I'm a really private person. Like, I don't post a lot unless it's like pictures of my family.
This was not right. This was not an easy start, everybody out there.
It wasn't, and it's still not. Like, I still have massive anxiety coming on here, and like, it's just it can be nerve-wracking. But then at the end of the day, you realize that's not what we're trying to do here. Like, we're here for a reason. We want to promote these bands. We want to listen to great music, and that's why we come back week after week, year after year, and it's become this thing that we're both so proud of. So yeah, at the end of the day, I put my own qualms about myself aside, and you know, issues I have with my voice, because I started off in radio, but I wanted to be like behind the scenes. I wanted to be running the soundboard and everything. So I never thought I would be any type of DJ or be an on-air personality. But I mean, we love it. So that's why we do what we do. We come back here and we try to be real. And that's another thing I was going to say. Like, you just got to let all that go and just put it out there if it's something you really want to do.
Agreed. And people say, oh, well, you realize it's going on YouTube. It's there forever. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Like,
That's why
I'm
we
all right
try
with
to
that.
be careful with the things we say, what we do.
And
For the most part.
out of 275 episodes, we had one moment, and it was a kind of a double meaning kind of thing, and we erased it, and away it went. And
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. But, yeah, like, you know, I never thought... I was thinking about it today in the car. I actually was kind of interviewing myself to myself. And I always wanted to be on air somewhere, whether it be like sports broadcasting or DJing or something. And when this came aboard, this became a bound, like podcasting and webcasting and all that. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And then, you know, when John called me that day and said, yeah, call in and just be the co-host, I'm like, okay, I have no idea, but here we go. And everybody says, how do you get into it? Well, sometimes by accident. Sometimes truly by accident. And the first time was very addicting. And I said, look, he said, you're into it. You seem to like it. I just told my other three guys that they're all gone. It's you. Okay, now nerves do set in. And then when he left, I was like this big confident guy said, okay, come to me. Let's have a female. Come do it. Piece of cake. And a lot of people were like, what? And even again, I said, when I got Joy, there were some eggshells. There were some nerves. And then when we went from audio and I said, let's do video. And you're like, ugh. Because your goal was always a studio. And we had that briefly, but we were still doing on air. People can watch us from a studio. So we've come a long, long, long way.
Yeah, you couldn't pay me to listen to those first couple of interviews. Like, I probably was such a mess, and I'll never know, because guess what? I'm never listening. I do go back and watch these because they're fun. You get reactions, you get people hopping in and out, and it's, you know, it's more interactive than when we were just audio back in those days. But yeah, it's just fun, man, and it's fun watching it grow and just seeing this huge community, especially the past 2 years of bands have really come together and shown love to us. So it's really nice to give it back.
Definitely. We were less banned back then than we are now.
Yeah.
And when you say to yourself like you would never go back and listen to the past ones, you have to because like Steve Howie and Hal Sparks
Hal Sparks.
and and Gail, who turned me Taylor Gale turned out to be Gail, who's massive now. Like
Oh,
we
I'm
had some
gushing
pretty
over her.
impressive, right? We had some pretty impressive names that were here before video.
That's true. That's true. Some of my, all-time favorites. Phew. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Someone like Taylor Gale. That reminded me of Erin last week. She was Erin Coburn, and now it's just Coburn, and it was
Right.
typical Miss Taylor Gale, and now she's just Gale. Just to see where they take off and go to like superstardom is insane.
Agreed. Well, 7 years, Jason. 7 years, 275 episodes. Episode 300 is expected this summer. I don't know
Did
what
you
we're
ever
doing.
answer your favorite movie? It's your
Yeah, it was Goodfellas. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't say that. Goodfellas for real?
Oh, yeah, Goodfellas.
Do you know what mine is?
No, Jason came back and wanted a recommendation for a good movie, so you might as well tell us. Oh, here it is, right there.
You want a recommendation?
I want to watch a movie later. You have any?
Legends of the Fall is on Netflix. My friend was over, never saw it. I'm like, how have you never seen Legends of the Fall? It's one of the best movies ever made. You don't
Okay. It was okay.
I love it. It's so sad.
It was good.
Anything with Brad Pitt.
And Kim, I got to be honest. Back in the day, we were just audio. We weren't as great as we are now. We were good, but we've gotten better. And I think being able to do it like this makes it better. The audio was neat, but
It was,
I mean, you miss
it was
classic.
cheap during that time.
You miss
Yeah.
classic moments like when I ask celebrities to come to my basement. You
Yeah, yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that happens on audio.
Well, you know what made me think of this was we had Glam Skanks on, and then I saw them on Jimmy Star, and I'm like, I want that. This is what I want to do. Like, we need
Yes.
to set up somehow.
Right.
And then we made
Shout
connection
out.
with Jimmy Star, and he just showed us the way, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell. And
You should.
again,
Why are you laughing?
what's that?
Why is he laughing? Why is it funny?
Because you said you'd never watch another one, so he's excited to see some of our early archives.
Oh, I
But-
thought you meant the movie.
So we got
Puzzle.
into maybe the movie. I don't know. I just come on here and talk. But yeah, so we had audio, and then studio, and then when the studio ended, I'm like, oh crap, now what? So we needed something. Let's give a big shout out to my man Kane Salerno, of course, first from Reign of the Hated. What is up, brother? Thanks for being in the house tonight. But
Ooh, Salerno's is like my favorite pizza in the city.
yes, it is very good.
Sorry.
I don't know if he's a relative or not, but if he is, we need to hook up.
You are? Yeah, we want some pizza.
We always want pizza. But what was I talking about? Totally fair.
Oh, I'm
Pizza
sorry.
once pizza hits, it's all over. Oh, going from like video to audio and all that, and
I forgot that was the first time we were on camera for real.
yeah, when we
Like
were in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we decided to Facebook Live it, I think is how we did it. Or we recorded it, and I forget, but we were there. And I think it was Facebook Live because people were asking us questions, and our producer at the time was shouting out the questions, and we were answering them. And I don't know, it was cool being side by side, but it was also nerve-wracking. And then we had people sit right there. Troy David Henderson, of course,
Mhm.
right there.
Like
St. Ricketts, Mike Nappy,
Ricketts, Brendan Messon,
Brandon Messon,
Emily.
and Emily
I was
Sobrano,
in
which,
that one.
yeah, you missed that one. That was,
That was the
right,
beginning of COVID.
yeah, right before COVID, and we had wine and cupcakes for her birthday. It was quite a thing, but it was fun though. It was cool hanging out, and we even threw in our little shtick and little like improv scenes, like they're doing like Carson and all that. When we did the Pennsylvania Academy of Podcasts and we won our award, fun stuff
That was
like that.
awesome. Oh,
That was
if we
awesome.
do that again, we can like do fun stuff. Like
We
the
definitely can.
Fuge.
Like the Fuse, absolutely. We're seeing how much more we can branch out of the Fuse because I was told, Drew, by a couple of venues that we spoke to that live podcasts do great business. There
Why
was, a,
not?
there was a theater that I spoke to about music and said, instead of music, you said to do a podcast, right? And my guy goes, well, why don't you bring that here? I'm just thinking, me and Jewel on stage for 2 hours in front of hundreds of people.
Maybe
Yeah.
not 2 hours, but yeah, I watch a bunch of podcasts that do tours and everything. And I feel like we have thick enough skin to like deal with any hecklers that might come about.
Yeah,
I think we could take it.
our
We've
skin
been
is
in the
pretty
biz
thick.
for a long time.
I mean, every week I help this guy marry his white girlfriend or whatever that is. So, I mean, I can take anything you got
We
to
love
throw
to have
out.
you.
If I could survive the guy that said that Jerry Lewis used to do naughty things to him in his home,
Yeah, don't say that
I
tonight.
can. No, I can survive anything.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
But that'd be fun just to do like an off the cuff little impromptu show. Just,
I agree. If you think about it, that was our first heckle, and we got past it. I'm like, what? Okay, we got to cut this guy out.
yeah, we know what to think. We thought we were getting an in depth look into the life of the late
Right?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
No, Jerry Lewis, not
Oh,
Jerry Lee. Jerry Lewis.
He's on.
At that point, it didn't even matter. That's how bad it all was. It didn't even matter.
Was he a bad person? I can't tell. I think he might
Jerry
have
Lewis? I
been.
don't think so. Hey, lady. I don't know. That's my impersonation.
No, Jerry Lewis was funny.
Yeah, he
Is that
was.
Gilligan? No. Is
That's
it?
Bob Denver was
Bob
Gilligan.
Denver. Oh.
Now, I heard he wasn't a very nice person. He
Oh.
practically told everybody he had sex with every girl on the show, and they're both like, nah, it never happened.
Oh
Right?
my. No way he's getting Marianne. Anyway.
Right? He's no Potsy. Speaking of which, did you see that thing? And there was an article about Happy Days. I didn't put this in the notes.
No.
Where Ron Howard said he almost walked off the show because they toyed with the idea of changing the name of the show to Fonzie's Happy Days. And Richie said it's not all about Fonzie, it's more about everybody. And he said, I
Fonzie
committed to that.
Really in it. If you think about it.
Now that's an idea.
You.
Yeah, a little sponsored event. Maybe we get a caterer to sponsor it, have some food and drinks. And Jewel and I will MC on stage.
Yeah. We're gonna
300.
need some drinks that
We're
day.
gonna
Right.
need
Yeah.
some drinks.
Okay.
Shout out to the former Wing Bowl
And pizza.
pizza. I like that too. Kim,
But
I love all
Fonzie,
your
when you
ideas.
yeah, thanks, Kim.
I
But
know,
like,
right?
I love Fonzie. He was like my favorite character. I saw
Yeah.
Henry Winkler at Comic Con. I was like starstruck. I love him. But like, it really wasn't. It was Ron. You think would be the main character?
Yeah, Richie was like
Yeah, Richie.
the focus of the show, and they went again changing it to Font. And he's like, if you change the name, I'm walking out. I'm done.
Even the parents, I think, had more airtime than Fonzie.
Right. Well, later on, it became a lot of Fonzie. But in the beginning, there was very little Fonzie, if any. And he used to have a blue jacket instead of a brown leather jacket.
Really?
Yeah, he used to wear like
I
this
don't
blue,
remember
like
the blue
little,
jacket.
real thin, like little windbreaker kind of jacket. It was not near as cool as the leather.
Hey.
Yeah.
We were watching like old Cartoon Network cartoons, and what made me think of that is like the Nick and Night. But it's amazing what they used to be able to get away with cartoons that they do not anymore.
No.
I was watching like, are you serious? Like this is the stuff I grew up with.
Was it like the Ren and Stimpy one where he's in the shower, like
Oh
washing
my
the
god,
girl's
Ren
boob?
and Stimpy was Ren and Stimpy
I'm like,
was.
what?
My mom got so upset at the Ren and Stimpy episode. She literally like I thought she was going to break the TV. She came in because it was the one where he made friends with his fart. And it was like following him around.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
watch it. It's funny.
surprised that survived, but it did.
Yeah,
Quite a long
it's
time.
great. Beavis and Butthead was my favorite. I love that.
I still love Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, it's great.
I love the name
I
of your
love that stupid
podcast.
comedy.
It's actually Yo Show, but O Show sounds cool too.
Oh, show.
Lords of Flatbush, right? Winkler and Stallone. Remember that movie? It's like my first favorite
No,
movie. So I'm like, hey, Fonzie and Rocky are in this movie, but I had nothing
get
to do with
out.
either one of the characters, but they were in it. Great
Wow.
stuff.
I was watching that. Did you see that? He has a reality show now, Stallone,
He does? Oh, Jesus.
with his daughters are gorgeous. So
Oh,
he's
oh
great.
my God, they really are.
Yeah. But... Mr. Hanky!
And the other ones are hot too. The Gastineau daughters.
I don't know who they are.
He had his own show briefly too. Like these reality shows come and go like nothing. We got more topics. Let's get to some more topics. So, of course, the other night was the Emmy Awards. You know my feeling about award shows. Not really my thing. But before we get into the awards and whatever comments you have on them, I want to give a massive shout out to one of my absolute favorite people of all time who showed amazing courage that night, Miss Christine Applegate. Wow. I love her to death. And to see her come out, because she said, I'm never going in public again a while back. She's like, I'm done. So this is it. And she comes out with a walking stick, and they lead her through stage, and they get her up there to present an award. And I was so moved by that because I love her. It's sad what she's going through, and again, I'm not big on award shows, and for some reason I had me flipping the channel. I happened to see her come out. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely locked in for this. That was awesome. So from me to you, give me your thoughts on that, and then of the show as a whole.
I just love her so much. It was so sad to see like her decline on Dead to Me. But she's so funny. Like that show is hilarious and she makes it, you know what I mean? But just to see her going through what she's going through, how young she is, it's just so sad. But she's one of the greats, man. She's so strong and it's hard to see her, but I'm glad she showed up and fighting. But yeah, I didn't watch much of the Emmys. I saw I didn't know who the host was. I did watch a little bit of the red carpet in the beginning, but my mom had issues with certain dresses, so I'm just like, you know what? She saw the Suki Waterhouse where she had the pregnant belly. She said, "What is that?" Valentino, apparently, but I love her. She does no wrong in my eyes. Love Suki.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of award shows because it seems like there's too much agenda pushing, and I want to watch awards. I want to know what I'm watching. And
I feel like they're cramming everything together now because they know they're kind of irking people, so they just cram it together, get it done, get in and out, and they all happen around the same time. Like, who knew the Emmys was on the other night? I didn't.
I had no idea.
Was you watching the football game? But the Grammys apparently is the fourth. I always like watching the Grammys, but the past couple of years have just been straight up garbage. So who knows?
Straight up garbage. Did you I don't know how much football you watch and they like the local scene. Like I said, did you watch the Detroit game the other night?
I saw the beginning.
Yeah, did you? I was gonna say, did you see? I was almost gonna text you at the beginning. I'm like, I don't know how long it's gonna be, and I couldn't find my phone. I'm like, I gotta text you and tell her this is going on right now.
Yeah, my dad's like, "Why aren't you watching?" Because he was in the other room and he came out. He's like, "Your dude's on there." I'm like, "Oh my god, I didn't see." And yeah, what a hype video. I'm happy for Detroit. I hope they take it and whatever. I didn't know about the quarterback being on the other team and then him winning the Super Bowl. That was a crazy story. So, but yeah, he was on the sidelines. And then did you see where they all sang "Lose Yourself" in the stands, all together? That was pretty dope. It's pretty
and
cool.
a cool little chat between him and of course legendary Barry Sanders, and they're on the sideline talking, and it's cool. I like stuff like that.
He's 5'7", so when he's next to them, he's like,
I know,
so short.
And of course, people took a stab like, well, how come there's a big roar and clapping for Eminem but not Taylor Swift? Number one, Taylor Swift's there at every game, and number two, plenty of people were excited to see her. And the first time they saw her, they were very excited to see her. Which
Eminem
brings
lives for Detroit. I mean, he single-handedly raised that city up. So
true.
He has a right to be there.
But it brings up the question, Jewel. This Sunday, it is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills. So I ask you, does Taylor Swift go to Buffalo for this Chiefs game?
I can't see it, especially with the weather they had this week. Like, no way.
Yeah. Yeah, the weather is going to be quite a thing. Sorry, I dropped something. And yeah, it's kind of like Philly when it comes to fan base. Like that Bills Mafia thing is like kind of rivaling Philly with wild crowds. I don't know.
I
Because
really couldn't give that about her or where she is or what she does. I'm sorry. I heard she's a good person, so it's just oversaturation at this point. Please,
it is.
can't take her name anymore.
And then now every time another celebrity shows up at the stadium, it's like this big deal and a big comparison. To really,
The Eminem thing was so cool, though. Like, I'm rooting for the Tigers.
Is that a guy?
Tigers
And the Tigers.
Yeah.
And Tigers. Let's root for the Tigers also. Screw it.
Yeah.
But I want the Lions win because sure as hell don't want to see San Francisco win.
No.
Hey, I can root for Green Bay a little bit. I like Green Bay. It's a good story.
I like that they got out in, Dallas, so.
That was supposed to be one of the topic lines, and I missed it. That did soften the blow, though. Watching them get their butt kicked by Green Bay does make me feel a little bit better. At least they're not there.
Nothing made me feel better, though. I was just, it's like a
laughing.
depression. It's after the World Series. It's just so. The whole city feels it, and it's just sad.
But the Sixers are doing well. The Flyers are doing excellent, which nobody expected.
Oh my God! I gotta tell you about what happened the other night. I tried to make out to one of our Philly teams, and it just didn't happen. So apparently, I was gonna go to a Wings game.
Yeah.
My sister has like season tickets, and so we go down and make a night out of it. Go to the Wings game, and they play in Wells Fargo, where the Flyers play. If you're not familiar, it's big stadium. So we get all the way down. It's like a 45-minute drive on a Saturday night, not an easy, trip. Yeah. And we get down there and all the gates are closed. It's like, game postponed. Apparently there was a big storm in Canada. They were playing the Canadian team. And
you went all the way down there?
All the way down there. I'm like, well, now we gotta go to Chickies. So.
Well, duh.
That just made up for it. I missed my crab fries so much.
Did you go around the whole bar? Because Steph works usually Saturday nights.
Down there?
Friday. Yeah, either Friday or Saturday nights. Oh, yeah, she works down at that
Saturday. WIP was there with some Hall of Famer. I don't know who he was. It was so awkward. I walked right by him. I'm like, I don't know who this dude is.
Hi. Not sure if she worked.
If it was Pat Burrell, I'd be like, hey, how you doing?
Hey. Kind of telling whoever you're with to get lost, cramping my style. Hi, Pat. Have a seat with me. Let's have some crab
I'm
fries.
sure they understand.
Speaking of our other sports teams, our Philadelphia 76ers are in town tonight against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. Sixers lead 121-113 with just under 5 minutes to go. Of course, that's the big matchup everybody loves. The MVP guys, of course, Nikola Jokic for Denver. And our own Joel Embiid. So that's pretty exciting. Sixers up by 8 with about 4:53 to go. That game is live on TNT, which you can watch after we're done.
After we're done. Hugh Douglas, that's who.
Hugh Douglas.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad. He's watching.
Oh, okay. I can do without Hugh.
Because they're like, why don't you get an autograph? They always say that to me. I'm like, I don't know.
I never read it. I don't know what P
weird.
word you're talking about. That's why I did not get to that comment. I'm afraid to think what P word. But I'm an autograph hunter a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have anything to sign. I'm wearing a Wings jersey. Obviously, I'm not there for like Eagles pep rally. So.
Can you sign my Wings jersey? I would love to see the reaction.
Yeah, but that was the saddest, I will say. That was because it's WIP and they're like, pep rally, right, for Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
She's like, come on, guys. And we're all like, hey, gee. Like, it was so sad.
It's almost like you felt it. And I don't want to be closed-minded or negative, but didn't you feel it coming in?
Yeah.
I didn't have much confidence.
Just not confidence. After seeing his finger and stuff, too, I'm like, oh. I did have a little hope when he took the glove off. I'm like, here, take your glove off.
Here we go.
Get in there. And That defense, man. They're just, and how many balls did they drop? Like, they dropped everything. They couldn't catch anything. That Tampa I'm talking about. And, like, just let them go. And,
Our
oh my
defense,
God,
I've never seen, and I made a comment on Facebook.
that dude needs to
I've,
get fired. Not
I've
Nick.
never
that
seen
dude.
so many camera, like, on screen. I've never seen so many screens where guys catching a ball and there's nobody from the other team on TV. That's the way it was most of the night. You see guys like 15 yards over. Where the hell's the eagle? There's no eagle on
They're
this.
running into each other.
screen.
That's what they're doing.
Right.
It's like a freaking.
And in all my years I've been watching football, I have never seen a secondary look that bad. The Olay tackles, might as well just give them a red cape, just Olayed them all the way down the field. They look like bullfighters.
Yeah, they just kept getting through, kept making it down, and
Oh,
seriously, like, it's so bad. It was so bad. They dropped so much. That score should have been like at least double what it was.
I agree. More drop balls in a retirement home for veterans. Boy, that's rough. But yeah, I mean they could have beat us. They could have beat us by a solid 80 or 90. There's a jumper by Joel Embiid. Sixers up by 10. My tongue back in place. Embiid tonight, I got to give the stats because everybody's like, oh, Jokic this and Jokic that. So far tonight, Joel, with 4:13 left in the game, Sixers up by 10. Embiid has 40 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds. My guy, Joel Embiid.
I have to watch. He's on Hot Ones. I didn't even realize. You ready?
Yeah.
We gotta.
Oh, here she comes. Huh? That's
Already exciting.
finally. There she is. The lovely Miss Joey's in the house. Joey, all night long. Lovely shirt, by the way. All night long. The viewers have been wondering what to do with YouTube. So make sure you tell everybody what to do out there with the Yo Show and YouTube. Hold this.
I gotta get you like a stand of your own.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications. Make sure you hit that like button in the face, but don't break your screen. And we have merch.
And buy tickets
Oh, yeah, buy tickets.
to the
To-
Key Concert Series.
Buy tickets to the Key Concert Series.
Get them early.
He
February
concert series.
17th.
Get them early, get them now.
Wow, yeah, get them right now. I mean, you can even then you could leave watching the show for getting your tickets. Of course, keyconcertseries.ticketleap.com. Miss Joey, fantastic as always. We miss you. I was missing you tonight. I was nervous.
Did you have a good snow day?
Yes, I got to eat snacks and not see anybody and do no work.
Did she go out in the snow? Because the nephews, they just got glued to their games all day. They didn't even go out.
She was begging me to go out, but like I had to work till like 6:30. By the time it was dark, we did go out like lunchtime, but it was like so icy and But there is.
A 2-hour delay.
Well, there's a delay tomorrow, yeah. But I was looking at sledding spots near me,
Yeah.
and apparently,
Is this the big hill?
yeah, it's called.
It's called Suicide Hill, and the hill, it's like down here, and then there's like a road right here.
There's like a road, but apparently it's
Wow.
right near us, so
Yeah,
scary.
It's like
might have
10
to
minutes
check it
away.
out.
But it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it'll be a suicide, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, even though it's called Suicide Hill, yeah, we'll be perfectly fine.
Sure.
There's only a road right at the bottom of the hill. We'll be pretty much on dead ice. My goodness.
Dude, where did you used to sled? We used to go to Burholm. That was on the list. I was looking at the best sledding.
So we would go, when I lived in Huntington Valley at my parents' house, there was a house a couple blocks away on a corner, and there was just this gigantic hill. I mean, gigantic. Open, there was like 30 yards. So you would go in there, and the lady would always yell out, if you break your neck, don't come to my door. Okay, so it's pretty much sled at your own risk. And you had to kind of agree to that beforehand, but we would sled down there like all day long, hours. But I think now, like, I basically went out to just lay salt on my sidewalk. And after like 5 minutes, I wanted to die. And I'm thinking about how I used to spend hours. Sledding relentlessly.
But it's so fun. I think about that, like people skiing and you're out there all day. I'm like, oh, they have to be freezing.
Right.
I would love to go skiing though. I haven't gone as like an adult, so I'd like to do that.
I've got the name for you. My wife loves to ski. If you ever want
Oh
to go,
man,
hit her up. She will go anytime. She loves it.
let's do it. Yeah, girls try. I mean, Spring Mountain is not that far. It's not like going up the Poconos, but it's a legit like ski slope, which isn't far. But probably the best memory I had as a kid, and I will stay out on the ice all day. But my dad made like an ice skating rink when it was that big freeze we had
Yeah,
back in the 90s, and my whole backyard was like a giant ice skating rink.
that's pretty cool, though.
I miss ice skating. I haven't ice skating. I haven't done like any winter sports in so long. Need to get out there.
I have never ice skated. I tried
What?
once. Yeah, I can't. I can
You
barely
tried
rollerblade.
once?
Yes, I'm not
You
good.
never
on
tried
skates.
hockey?
On rollerblades, and I almost broke my neck.
Dude, I think rollerblading is harder than ice skating
That's what I hear, and I hope so because I suck at rollerblading.
because ice skating you just have to like grip the ice, but roller skating has a lot of moving parts, and it's like not as controlled. I feel. It's my thoughts.
We cram in a couple more quick subjects before we talk about who's coming up on the show real quick because, of course, we want to talk about kind of a tragic thing. Shannon Doherty, in a recent podcast, she was planning her funeral, who she doesn't want to come to her funeral, and talking a lot about death as stage 4 cancer worsens. She's in bad shape, and she knows it. And she pretty much went on her podcast and said, yeah, I'm not going to be around long, so this is what I want when I die. Scary, crazy.
That's really sad. I mean, who wants to plan their own funeral? Like, I feel bad for it, but like, how do you decide who comes to your funeral? Unless you have like
Exactly.
security.
But she was like making a list of people she didn't want there, and I'm like,
Was it Tori Spelling?
I didn't look into the names because it started rambling so much about why she didn't want Surprise there. I'm like, I don't care. But a little
That's
morbid.
insane. I would never think like, oh, maybe I would. Don't come.
Right,
Hey, this sounds like a great idea. What was I thinking? Never mind. I'm going to
Send
have
out-
an invite-only RSVP
Yes.
to my funeral.
Send out invitations. You are
Right.
not invited to my last
Please don't come.
moment. on
Please
Earth.
don't.
Please.
Don't send your condolences.
Right.
I don't give a shit.
I'm dead. I'm rid of you. Thank God. Or you send out invites to say, I hope you go before me.
Well,
Yes.
I like the invite though. That's
Slightly
more
morbid.
acceptable.
Speaking of dying, right out on stage, Madonna asked the Toronto concert goers, "Are you ready, Boston?" in a recent concert and got like absolutely pummeled on social media.
Yeah.
Not allowed to make a mistake. I mean, she spent like 3 nights before that in Boston and then made her way to Toronto and they get a little tongue-tied. And I'm not a Madonna fan. I never feel bad for Madonna, but it's kind of sad, isn't it?
A mistake. Like, do you know how much those tickets are? But
Yeah.
Doc just sent this to me. She's like, whoever is making Madonna still work, this is elder abuse. And it's so funny. Wait, oh God. Where'd it go? Look at that.
I said, what? Oh my God.
What is that?
I don't know. And, Madonna, like they call it like the Queen of Pop Tour or whatever, but my God.
You know what?
Especially
If I had
when-
Madonna money, wouldn't you just like go live on an island somewhere?
Right. Especially the other
And
day when I
cherish
saw,
your time.
I was on Instagram and I saw a video of Charo. Now, Charo's got to be in her 70s.
Oh.
She looks phenomenal. Nothing compared to that. What was that? It looked like I don't want to say it. I don't want to be mean, but man, that's bad.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
If I
look,
was if I was
when
in
you're that
Toronto, I'd
age-
say go to Boston.
as a woman in the business, like it's sad to say, but there's like good work and bad work. Some people get horrible work done. And some people get great work done. I mean, I know whatever with the family, but like look at Kris Jenner. She's like she looks
Yeah.
great.
She does.
Look at Sharon Osbourne. Like she looks
Yeah.
good, man.
Some people get the
I
right
like their
concept.
podcast. Have you seen their podcast, The Osbournes? It's her and
No.
the kids.
No.
I like them. Jamie
I'll check it
Kennedy was on that episode. They were talking about like supernatural stuff.
Jamie Kennedy, of course, a former guest of the Yo Show.
Yes. Oh yeah, and then he did a show with it was him, Jack Osbourne, and yeah, Dolly. Look at Dolly. Good example. And Jason Mewes.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And they were on Skinwalker Ranch. Creepy things happened.
Creepy. Very, very creepy. Hopefully this Michael Jackson person lets me know who they are at the end of the night. Thank you for tuning in. We do
It's a great
appreciate
name.
that.
I don't know how you get away with a name like that. We'll find out who you are.
We'll find you. Only about 4 minutes left before the end of the night. I do want to remind everybody about the Key Concert Series that debuts February 17th. The banner, once again, for you out there. There it is. Let me get the cluttering out of the way. Key Concert Series, Saturday, February 17th at the Fuse. The studio room, doors open at 6 p.m. The Grimjacks, Brynathan, Twisted, and Cole. KeyConcertSeries.ticketleap.com right now. Get your tickets early. Save a few bucks if you get them before. They will be available at the door. DJ Tim Ewing will be mixing music in between sets. The Yo Show SRR Promotions bringing the Key Concert Series live from the Fuse. We thank the people at the Fuse. We thank everybody. And make sure you come out. Look for me in the Yo Show shirt. Say hello. All kind of great things are going to happen. It's going to be a great night. Coming up on the program in the next few weeks, we got some great stuff coming up. You know what else is great when we find the banner? There it is. Of course, tonight was Ignescent. And next Tuesday, make sure you come. Tell your friends we celebrate Jewel Tady's birthday. Special guest, no freaking idea, but we will be here celebrating. Get your drink emojis ready. It's going to be a great night next Tuesday night. January 30th, King Cherry is the band, and we're going to be their second interview. Very disappointed we're second. But anyway, King Cherry, Rachel Bello and B. Jennings from Hollywood Gods and Monsters. Some big metal podcast got to them first. And she's like, I got it. But, you guys are like my number ones. We love you. So Rachel and B. January 30th, talking about their new band, King Cherry. Tuesday, February 6th, of course, is the awesome Grimjacks. We love them dudes. They'll be here. And as you know, we talk about the Key Concert Series and talk about their latest and greatest and new stuff. And shout out once again that they had us, my little voiceover in their video. So you can't beat that. Tomorrow night, we come back with the Yo Show Wednesday. We have a pretty cool guest on, author and comedian Kim Andrews, and Literally Vixen will come back as guest co-host. She's very cool. We got her, of course, from Happy Hour Pod. She's wonderful. She's like, I just love doing this stuff. Anytime you want me, you got me. So we'll welcome Viv next week, and Jamie Edwards, I'm sorry, did I say Kim or Jamie Andrews is the, oh my God, I'm losing it. Jamie Andrews is the guest. Jewel, author, comedian, actress, all this great stuff. She does it all. And we're excited for that tomorrow night. Of course, not the same without Jewel. We do miss you. Another great Tuesday night. Massive thanks to Jennifer Benson from Ignescent. Of course, all the great songs. We're going to actually leave tonight with their song Not Today. It's going to be our exit tonight. Let's do that. Love doing stuff like that. Of course, like I said, next Tuesday, Jewel's birthday. Jewel, happy birthday. Jewel, congratulations on 275 episodes as the countdown to 300 continues. We're almost there.
Yes, we are. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
The train is rolling.
Indeed.
Can't talk. I'm going to take some NyQuil and crash out.
They're a smooth criminal.
I swear it's probably like my niece or something. Like, it's fine.
All right, so an awesome night. We will take you out as we line up right now. Ignescent, not today, because she was awesome. So why not play one of her songs to get out of here tonight? We'll see you tomorrow night on the Yo 2.0 Wednesday night. Viv Dixon and Miss Jamie Andrews. Next Tuesday for Jewel's birthday. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you again, Mr. Jason Kelsey. We'll see you soon. Make sure we got volume before we go. Good night.
In the still of the darkness, where no hope is found, I will not be controlled. In the face of resistance, when there's no way out, I will not be controlled. Not today, Satan, no more playing. Not today, Satan. heart's still beating. This is not the end. I won't let you take hold. Not today, Satan. No more playing. Not today, Satan. I won't be shaken. Not today, Satan. I've been awakened. Not today, Satan. You're throwing lies out, trying to bring my mind down. Take another shot, I'm not giving in. You're gonna find out what my fuse ignite now. Give me all you got, I'll not let you in. Not today. No, not today. You're throwing lies out, trying to bring my mind down. Take another shot, I'll not let you in. You're gonna find out what my fuse ignite now. Give me all you got, I'll not let you in. Not today, Satan, no more playing. Not today, Satan, I won't be shaken. Not today,